Nice creamy bokeh in the background there at 2.8. Could be better, but pretty good. Autofocus performing pretty well. So how do we like it? Let's dig in and find out. The Sigma 45mm f2.8. What's up, YouTube? I'm Lauren Holly, also Graphic Nation with a K, all over the interwebs. Thanks so much for tuning in today. And I want to talk about this tiny little Sigma 45mm f2.8 lens for the L mount. Now they also make this lens for the Sony E mount, but I have it for my Lumix S5. I picked up this lens with that Panasonic promotion when they announced the S5. And you know, I've never owned a Sigma lens, so I was pretty excited to get this little guy in the mail. Right out of the box, there's a lot of things that I like about this lens. The build quality is fantastic. It's all metal. Even the focus ring and the manual aperture ring are all metal, as is the entire lens. It's really sleek and elegant and beautiful. Pairs so nicely on the S5. Of course, it is so small and it's so light and it's so compact. It reminds me an awful lot of this tiny little Panasonic Leica lens that I use on my Micro Four Thirds cameras. They're sort of similar in size and scale, and similar to this Leica, the Sigma also has a manual aperture ring, which feels very old school, feels like a vintage film lens, and it's also got this little manual autofocus button here right on the lens. I love it when lenses have that option to switch from manual to autofocus right on the lens. And it's just an elegant looking design. I love the all black of all the lettering here. I don't know if that's something specific to Sigma, but it just looks really classy. It looks really beautiful. Now that aperture, the 2.8, it isn't the greatest. I personally have some wider aperture prime lenses with 2.0 and 1.4 apertures, and when I really want that soft, creamy, super dramatic shallow depth of field look, I'll use one of those lenses, like the lens I'm using here now. This is a vintage Leica Summicron 35mm f2.0, and you can see it's got really great shallow depth of field, nice, big, dramatic bokeh in the background. The drawback is that it's all manual focus. Now, I don't mind manual focus, but I was certainly looking forward to having a prime lens option for the S5 where I could just put it in autofocus and forget about the focusing. So the first thing I want to do is just a little switcheroo here. Let's take off the Leica and pop on the Sigma. All right. Now we're looking at the Sigma. You can see this is a little bit tighter here, and I've got autofocus locked in and tracking, and you know, it looks pretty good. And looking at that shallow depth of field in the background, f2.8, that looks pretty great to me. So let's dive in right away and take a look at some of the images and video that I've been able to make with the Sigma. This little lens right here, it's a good buy, I think. At the price point on the L mount, I think you can't go wrong. You know, the Pro 50mm Leica for the L mount is just so much more expensive, and it's enormous, you guys. That's an incredible lens. Don't get me wrong. And if you don't mind about those two things, by all means, get it. It's fantastic. But, you know, considering the price and considering the size, this is a quality little lens. It's so small and so elegant. It looks so good on the S5. I'm liking the Sigma. I'm going to keep it in the gear bag, at least for now. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, or even better yet, you know, subscribe and turn on notifications. That'll do it for me today. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.